The infamous Puke-Cam. Here's how it worked. This mount, this magnifying glass arm, Felix bought these for the show back in the day. I took off the magnifying glass because I didn't really use it that much. Then this mounted to it, kind of like at that angle, and it has magnets, so the camera mount piece would do a really quick and easy release into it. Unless, of course, I put it together backwards, in which case it's not quick or easy. There, like that, right? So the camera would sit like that, kind of at an angle, pointing down at the workplace. So what I would do, because the footage would be upside down then, so what I would do is I would rotate the footage 180 degrees, and that's why it was at a weird angle and also kind of off-putting. So I'm going to replace Puke-Cam with this. This is kind of a more traditional setup. The camera will attach right there. So let's see how that works. So we can adjust this thing at the arm pivot point, and also I got this big knob here at Menards. It's actually kind of expensive, so I didn't save big money. Pretty much straight up and down with a slight tilt toward me so you don't see my crotch. Who wants to see that? Yeah, I didn't really save big money on this $5.99 knob. Also, my voice probably sounds different because the microphone is no longer facing me on the camera, but maybe that's a good thing. So you don't have like blown up audio. Got about, I don't know, 14 inches of space here. In order to have more height, I'd probably have to mount the base of the camera arm, or the arm closer to me. Actually, I can probably tilt up. Yeah, see the base of the arm over there? Yeah. But for now, I think it'll work. All right, let's break it in. So I said I had to go to Menards to get a couple screws and a turn knob. So I went to the electronics section. I'm like, all right, I'll buy any crap I see. And I saw this. This has been there for a while. This is like one of those terrible radios that you'd probably see on an episode of Tech-Moan. Good YouTube channel. Rechargeable, great, that means there's some batteries in it. I just got a flashlight and a micro SD slot and a USB input. Who could ask for more? This was $29. It's not the lightest thing. Oh, it's got AC in. Look at all that stuff on top. Oh, a solar panel input and a flashlight. Wow. What more could you want? Well, wait, you charge it here? Oh, I don't think it came with a charger, did it? I don't think it did. Well, how are you supposed to charge it? That's kind of dumb. Oh, maybe it charges with the mains. Oh, no, now I do sound like a British person. Where's the antenna? Oh, here it is. All right. Let's see if we can hear some more of those rockin' tunes. Oh, that's on. Okay, so this is the on for the radio. Is this? Must be one of those number stations. There's not much range of the volume knob. Like, if you move it at all past up or on, it immediately makes noise. Whoa, it can go shortwave? No! Oh, apparently that's the mode I'm in. How obtuse would you like us to make the controls on the top of the unit? Yes. Alright, so there's 4 positions. There's MP3 Bluetooth, FM, AM, shortwave. Let's try FM.
Yes. Did something happen? Yes and no. I've been
94.1 WJJO. And then you got like John St. John doing the stingers. Well, it picks up quite a few stations in FM. Let's switch to AM. You might not know what they're saying, but you'll still get a copyright strike.
The International Monetary Fund urged El Salvador on Tuesday to eliminate the quality of legal tender of Bitcoin while expressing its, quote, concern about the issuance of cryptocurrency-backed bonds that the country...
Of course the IMF would complain about crypto.
Number of issues there.
And actually, it's doing a good job of picking up stuff considering I'm here in a basement. Okay, so apparently you can plug in a 12-volt solar panel or DC 6 volts in. And then you can charge it? I mean, so how do you charge it? You use the AC plug in the back? I would assume so. Weighs about, I don't know, under 2 pounds. What's this? Oh, well. Huh? Wait. Why would you... Huh? I'm confused. Okay, it looks like 4 D cells. And then it's got like... Is that a 18650 cell down there? But it's not populated. Yeah, I think that is meant... Well, it doesn't quite fit, but I think that's meant for an 18650. Maybe they got the molding wrong and that's why it's not an option. So apparently you can do wall power... Oh, oh, it's one of those grade Z plugs. It's like that episode of The Simpsons where they're in the kitchen for the school and it's like grade Z meat, mostly circus animals. Oh, this is one of those really flimsy feeling cords. Okay, well that does charge it. And you can also put either 12 or 6 volts in. I mean, who cares, right? Of all the Menards crap I've bought, this has to be the weakest instruction manual yet. That's it. Oh, a warranty? Well, I think we all know what the real show is here, so let's get to it. Oh, yeah, Bud's been kind of ferocious lately. Also, then I pick at the scabs. Oh, no, he's not going to talk about cannibalism again, is he? We've replaced Ben with Army Hammer. Why would you name your kid that? If your last name was Hammer, it's like, oh, Mr. and Mrs. Hammer, what would you like to name your kid? How about something that sounds like Arm and? Are you really sure you want to do that, Mr. and Mrs. Hammer? Yeah, Army Hammer. That doesn't sound weird at all. Okay. I knew this guy once. I can't remember. It was one of the Culver's franchisees. His name was Guy Man. I guess it could have been worse. They could have named him Hugh. Yeah. And in my design, here's where the rubber feet will go. Oh, kid, we're not going to put rubber feet on there. Imagine that conversation but in Cantonese. Well, I don't know if you're enjoying this angle more, but I'm going to give you my review. It is a little harder to press the go button on the camera. Oh. What? Okay. Pretty decent sized speakers, all things considered. What is that? Is that the battery pack down there? Oh, look at this flapping in the breeze on the coil. Oh, it attaches to this gear. See those, what's that called? I can't remember what they call that on a gear. That's what it attaches to. It attaches to that right there. Huh, wow, I mean, there's bugger all to it. There's some sort of, well, that's probably an amplifier because it got the heatsink on it, some caps. Well, let's just keep going. I mean, I don't really know if this thing was worth $29. Oh, look at this high quality plug. It's so great. It just the whole thing comes out. It makes it easier to remove. I mean, who would want to do this, right? What? Oh, the plug is stronger than the plug connection to the PCB. Oh my gosh. Is this one the same? Oh no, that one behaved. Oh, I see. That's the volume knob. Amazing. It's a supersonic flight. Gotta keep on moving. Sonic boom, sonic boom, sonic boom. I actually think I kind of prefer the US version of that. I know, heresy. Side effects of watching Ben Heck hacks may include nausea, vomiting, and being sick of music. Wow. Flap it in the breeze! And what's this? That's the antenna. Also just flap it in the breeze. Oh, there's the Bluetooth antenna right there. Just flap it in the breeze. And my gosh, this little chip does everything. Well, there's 3 integrated circuits. There's this one, which I assume, yeah, it looks like the SD card is going to that. Then this one's probably a radio tuner, and then an amplifier, and that's it? Oh, at least that plug. Oh, that was the mains plug. Whoa, wait. Oh. What? That's the mains. This is the mains plug. Did you catch that? Oh. Oh dear. Oh, that's really, 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 really lame. Oh look, it's a flashlight. I can use that to make another ineffective cat distraction device. Well, I mean, for one thing, there's no isolation between the high voltage and, well, anything else. Oh. I mean, I think you would need someone who knows more than me, but it looks like they're just chopping down the voltage. I mean, look at it. You've got like the battery plug right here. This is mains. This is mains. Goes through whatever that is. I guess I could look it up. 2 diodes, and then it also goes to the solar power input. Oh my gosh, this is so... First of all, why did they... Well, I mean, it was $29 on sale, but the actual price was like $32. Like, $32 seems like a stretch. It's like you're paying for the speakers, and that's it. I'm kind of aghast. I'm guessing this is a bridge rectifier. I mean, it would have to be. I'm going to try to look it up. So yes, that was a bridge rectifier. But this seems like the kind of thing you wouldn't want your insurance agent to know is in your house. I've seen that before where you can knock down voltages with a bunch of resistors, but oh my gosh, it's just so bad. What is this, the battery pack? Wow, well, at least, what? Why is it so... That thing's securely mounted. What, did they glue it in place? Or maybe they used sonic welding, which means I need a sonic screwdriver. You know, we should beep out how that works, just for posterity's sake, for future generations. Let me get the battery pack out first. But yeah, look, oh my gosh. So black and red go to the battery pack. I feel like I let a vampire into my house. It's like, let me into your house. Well, first of all, how do you even, this plug isn't polarized. Was it? No, it's not. It's not polarized. So how do you know if you're sticking in hot or neutral? Oh my, I'm starting to get the willies. So you've got, okay, so, oh my gosh. So you've got ground of the battery and ground of the D-cell battery. Okay, great. Then you have the D-cell batteries. Those are always going through a diode. And then the output of the bridge rectifier is hooked up to the same thing that hooks up to the positive voltage of the battery pack. Yeah. At first I thought these diodes were part of the AC isolation, but they're not. That's so the AC can't backfeed into your solar panel or your D-cell batteries, because like, look, you got the center terminal here, beeps out to this diode. That diode goes here. There's a 0.2 volt drop. Then this white wire is coming from the batteries. That goes to this diode. There's your drop. Then this is coming directly from the battery pack. And then, yes, that is a bridge rect. This is hot. Well, I don't know which one's hot. Who knows? Who knows? Also, the plug did not have a spade end. It was just that stupid flat plug. So yes, this is your mains, as they would say on Tecmone, and then your bridge rectifier, and then here. So yes, you would have 120 volts right here. Oh, it'd be DC, but oh my goodness. Well, good thing we have this diode here to prevent mains voltage from going back into our solar panel. 6.3 volts DC. That seems awfully low. Oh no, I just had another horrible thought. I had to admit, this thing is impressed me, but not in the right way. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? About the battery? The battery was really securely mounted. Oh no! Oh no! Do you know what this is? This is a lead acid battery. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was a good laugh. Oh, neutral, hot, neutral. Who cares, right? It doesn't matter. All right, I got my meter on AC. The meter's probably like, what am I doing in this mode? All right, pray that we don't see any magic smoke. Oh, good, the LED's on. I feel so safe. I don't think I'm going to shock myself. I'll try not to. 120 volts. Huh. Great. All right, so there's your bridge rectifier. Switching to DC. Yeah, so the bridge rectifier, there's a positive side and a negative side because it's bridge rectifier. Bridge rectifier is 4 diodes. So this should be ground. And then this should be 120 volts DC. Huh, it's only 6.6 volts. Well, how does that work? Oh, I didn't notice this at first. Gotta be careful not to touch it. There's your AC going through a resistor, big capacitor, through another resistor, and then to the LED. Remember that EEV blog where he reviewed that wand that cooked water or boiled water by passing electricity through it? Which is actually something that people build in prison. They call it a stinger. They do the same thing. They boil their ramen water with basically running electricity through water. Because as long as the water is not pure, it'll conduct pretty well. I guess my only question is, why is this only 6.7 volts? Why aren't we seeing the 110 out of the bridge rectifier? Oh, it's because they've got that big capacitor and that resistor there. That's how they're dropping the voltage. Oh. They're like, oh no, we can't pay for a LiPo charger chip. That's too much money. So let's just do this instead. 467k ohms. I don't think I'm going to be adding this to my stereo hi-fi collection anytime soon. And this cord, I'm gonna bury this really deep someplace, kind of like a Jumanji game. There's a part number on this chip, although I couldn't find anything on the internet. I mean, I'm guessing it's just a Bluetooth SD card driver chip. Oh, also USB, just some off-the-shelf jobby. Really, really rudimentary AC voltage handling and a lead acid battery. I'm a bit shocked, actually. And all that other junk I bought, like the sunglasses and the speaker, those had regular LiPo batteries in it, but no, not this boombox. This boombox is special. Wait a minute. So if you hooked up your 12 volts here, that would also go into the battery. Or no, it had to be 6 volts. But it said a 12 volt solar panel. What? DC charge. So that would have to be 6 volts. So what happens if you put in 12 volts? I guess it would charge faster? I don't even think this thing's in stereo. Like, here's your plugs, right? Those two are connected. This one goes to the chip. What? Yeah, how can it be in stereo? Because these two are connected. So it's speaker, but it's like it's passing the signal through one speaker and then into the other? Can you even do that? But they would need to have discrete grounds, right? They're technically connected. This thing makes me feel like I'm going insane. I guess leave a comment below. Is it an acceptable way to use mains voltage to charge a lead acid battery? I don't know. Oh, it probably is. I could probably take apart that cheap charger I have in the back of my car. Probably has something very similar. Yeah, it looks like the speakers are hooked up to the same output. That's why I want to read this chip. I want to look up the data sheet and double check. I looked at the amplifier. It's supposed to be able to do stereo pins 2 and 11, and you see both of them go to a capacitor and then one of the speakers. But the weird thing is, yeah, the other side of the speakers connect together. Oh no, the D-cell battery wire came loose. I can't believe it. I think the batteries on my meter are just about dead. Oh, I should just replace them with this lead acid battery. I don't see why that wouldn't work. So here's the power switch or volume. Okay, so the 6 volts goes here, it goes over here. Let's see, the big capacitor. Then there's a voltage regulator here, which is probably, I'm guessing, 3.3 volt regulator. Does that go to here someplace? Yep, it does. So it's probably using 6 volts for all the amplification and then, well, actually, yeah, oh yeah, I was looking for the stereo input. I mean, I don't see how those speakers could be in stereo if they have the same. Wait a minute. If that's the potentiometer, it's got two. Wait, huh? What's this? Okay, that's the audio signal coming in. Then it goes into the potentiometer. But then how does it? Oh, wait, okay. So one of the potentiometers goes to here, which I believe is an input, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other one connects to what? The middle one connects to here, which also connects to the other input, 46 kilo ohms. That probably explains why the volume range was pretty, as soon as you turned it on, it was kind of loud. There wasn't much nuance to the low levels. Yeah, this thing is just staggeringly bad. What can I even get out of it? I mean, I don't want a lead acid battery. That's like someone dropping off a fruitcake at Christmas. I guess I got these speakers. What is with this? It looks like a waffle iron. Why? Why does it look like that? See, this thing is just making me mad now. What's this piece of plastic do? What's the point of that? You know what? I'm just gonna mess up all your channels. What do you think about that? Ooh, rack and pinion. I'm so impressed. Oops, I broke it. I feel so bad. Oh, I see. That's to keep the rack and pinion from like flopping in the breeze. Oh, look, here's some buttons. Oh, wow. It's the bog standard, cheapest, crappiest way you can possibly make buttons by having one ADC and a bunch of resistors on it. Yes, here's like half of your cost right here. Probably more. Well, I guess I could use these speakers and... Oh, maybe I could use one of these speakers in that CyberDeck thing. You know, that computer thing with that CRT. That video did pretty well. I was kind of surprised. It's like this whole, like, raft of videos about CRTs. Like, Adrian's Digital Basement did one at almost the same time. It's kind of weird. I don't really know if I have the fortitude to take this apart into its recyclable components. Maybe I could hang this on the wall as like a warning. I am Ozymandias, radio of radios. Hear my static and despair. Yeah, what they do with this is they have a ground reference and then a ADC reference. Then when you push one of these buttons, it goes through one of the resistors, which gives you a different voltage to ground, and you read that with the ADC. I was actually doing the same thing with this watch project that I have still never finished. I mean, it works, it's cheap, it doesn't require very many wires, but that also means you can't push more than one button at a time. Well, you can, you just get invalid results. Yeah, so I think I'll keep this. I feel like I've been tricked into accepting a lead acid battery. It's like, oh yeah, you can dump raw toxic waste in my backyard, I don't care. Be like a Wisconsin farmer's backyard. This funny joke only people from Wisconsin will get. I guess I'll need to Google uses for a lead acid battery. Man, I thought nickel cadmium was obsolete. Look at this garbage. At least I can put this in the recycling bin. Oh, good, an antenna. Yeah, I actually like collecting these. You never know when you might need it. Yeah, you do, Ben. You're never gonna need it. Shut up! Voices in my head. Talking. The inhibitor chip. Gone. I'm gonna need Peter Parker to make me a new inhibitor chip. Oh, thankfully I got my new inhibitor chip before Green Goblin attacked. But what about the rest of us? It's okay. They can solve your problems using the equipment in a high school laboratory? I feel like I have to get my pound of flesh out of this thing. You know, like, I've already skinned the buffalo, but now I'm taking it out on the corpse. You know, like in that movie Dances with Wolves, where they're like, oh, they took the buffaloes and all they took was the hide. You know, and they leave the rest of the buffalo on the prairie. You know what else is like that? Is Commodore 64s. It's like, quick, take the CIA chips. Yes, that's what they're called. And the SID chips. And leave the rest of the Commodore rotting on the prairie. And then Kevin Costner would be like, they took the C-64s and stripped them and left them to rot. You know what movie holds up? Waterworld. Okay, it's not as good as Dancing with Wolves, but yeah, it holds up pretty well. Oh boy, it's a 1/8 inch jack stereo with a on-off switch. Actually, I actually used to use these on my old Atari portables. So if you wanted to have an external video output, it would actually run the video through this switch. So when you plug something in, it would disconnect it from the internal screen. So this is actually somewhat useful, a little bit. What else we got? A couple switches, potentiometer. Oh no, he's taking all the Tatanka parts. Oh wait, it's a really crappy Tatanka. Never mind. Do I have that on Blu-ray? I haven't watched that movie in a while. That's a good movie. I remember I saw it in the theater way back in, what was it, 1990. That's when that came out. Same year as Ghost and Total Recall and Home Alone and Darkman. And RoboCop 2. Oh yeah, look, you can see how it works there. See how that moves up? I hope you're enjoying this camera angle. I spent 20 minutes designing it and then like 2 hours printing the parts. Disney should make a really fast 3D printer, and the slogan would be, "No more waiting for your prints to come." I'll be here all week, try the veal. Now, if it was a Disney printer, all it would be able to print is Marvel and Star Wars crap. Disney Plus. Because everyone loves Marvel and Star Wars, right? Oh, this was like the band selector. Well, that's a pretty complicated switch. Okay, I think I found the second most expensive part. This switch. Look at this multi-selector switch. That was totally worth it, right? X-Base. Doot-a-doo-doo-doot-doot. 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 Doot-doot. Welcome to Die! A lead-acid battery. I gotta admit, that's one of the crappiest things. No, I think that is the crappiest thing I have bought yet at Menards. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and also I hope you enjoyed the improved camera angle. Let me know how much you puked during the video in the comments below.